Hello everybody! Today we're back at the Oi Racetrack Flea, also known as the Tokyo City Flea Market, and we're going to go into the slightly covered area first today. I usually start from the outside. So this vendor, if you know, you know, this guy has random stuff everywhere. Anyway, there are some vendors that are here in the same spot every market day and others that are not. So if you like a vendor, always ask whether they're regulars. That's if you're living here or you're staying in Tokyo for a while and you will be revisiting this market. I spotted this really cool engraved box lid with the rats, for the year of the rat. It's really cool, but I couldn't find the actual bottom of the box, just the lid. That's a shame because it was really nice. If you go to the far right hand of the market, there's a food truck area. So just to show you that quickly, there's like rotisserie chicken and yakisoba noodles and a little bit of choice. Not sure if there's veggie or vegan options, but they have some dried fruit, or depending on the season, there's fresh fruit as well. Okay, let's head back into the covered section. There are a lot of sellers at this market that just have a whole menagerie of things on their table. Like there's kokeshi to sake bottles to teacups to clay bells on this table. So you might need quite a bit of time at this market, especially if you're not used to it. I like these turtles, but not enough to buy them. I don't really feature thrifting for clothing on this channel, but if you want to find clothes, this market has plenty. That looks like an Eiffel Tower lamp, I think. It looks fairly old. I love the shape of these watering cans, very Showa retro. But look at it, it's way too battered. It says Odose on the bottom, which means it's made of brass. These Geta sandals are made of sakura cherry bark. Right, moving on to more Showa retro. I don't see this stall all the time, so they're probably not regular sellers at this market. I've had several viewers previously mention that they like these kanban, the enamel signs. The large doll is Wako-chan, which is the mascot of the company Wakodo. And of course, Kitty-chan, Hello Kitty, who turns 50 this year in November. Here are koinobori, which have been around since the Edo period as decorations for Boys' Day on May the 5th, which now coincides with Children's Day. Okay, we've crossed over into the uncovered car park area, mainly because I was feeling a little bit claustrophobic. There's tons more stalls in that partly covered side. This vendor is here usually every time the market is on, regardless of whether it's Saturday or Sunday. And they have lots of Western regular clothes, but also kimonos and haori and yukata. And I've picked up some pretty good haori here and obi as well, but you gotta check the smell situation. these were a great price for sosaku kokeshi. Sosaku is like creative kokeshi, the non-traditional type. I like to pair them up and leave them in the box. I'm not going to buy these for myself, and they're too scratched up for resale. I don't mind buying them if they have a strong patina and are darker because of the sun, but if they're too scratched, it depends also on how they're scratched for me to resell them. But these are great if you wanted to buy them for yourself. I don't think I've ever bought the type that are stuck onto a basket like this. I tend to get bubble heads if they're small. Do you collect any of these if you're a kokeshi collector? There's a whole lot of records that people seem to have gone through. They're small ones, aren't they? Are they called 45, 7-inch? I don't know. But look at that car. I would love it if someone could just wheel me around this market in that. Now, just a heads up, if you're going to this market in the summer, so especially July or August, please be warned the heat is intense because of all of this concrete. So you need a hat, sunblock, even maybe a long sleeve t-shirt if you don't want to get bad t-shirt suntan lines. And yeah, remember to hydrate. These are actually melamine dishes, very useful for canteen-style restaurants. They look new as well. Those are nice Buddhist candlestick holders. Are you familiar with the game Go? Those round containers are what the black and white pieces, or stones as they're known, are kept in. Here are some tokoname-ware teapots. The most recognizable tokoname-ware uses a very red clay as it has a high iron content, but they do use other clays as well, not just the red ones. You might have seen me pick up cups with the same plum design from Bookoff Super Bazaar. I like the pumpkin shape on this one. It has a cherry blossom design, but I would have preferred it without anything on it at all, you know? I wanted to just appreciate the pumpkin shape. This darker teapot is also tokoname, and I'm going to get this one for myself because it's simple, so very useful. Love these Buddhist candlesticks. They're reduced price, so it's 1,000 yen for the pair, around $6.50. I'll put them in this basket they just gave me. Oh my gosh, did you see the kokeshi's head just roll off? It's a copper plate of a kabuki actor and some tetsubin kettles. There's just so much stuff, and many of the stalls are not super organized like the antique markets. There's a pair of boots, an otaka poppo carving, lucky gods, onyx ashtrays, a brass ginger jar, and a phone. Let's see what's over here. It's another 100 yen section. Oh, I've never bought one of these before. The marble lacquered type kokeshi. Okay, its neck is really messed up, but I think I'm going to get it anyway for myself because it's kind of different. Well, this is quite rare to find kimono actually on hangers at Oi Keibajyo or Oi Racetrack, but it does happen. It's very civilized. I popped into the Omori Bookoff Super Bazaar en route home. It's only a tiny branch, so not a huge selection. I just swing by because it's near the station. Beautiful plate by Koransha, a ceramic company based in Arita. This one here with the pomegranate design is quite common, but it's a good price for it. This is a lacquerware oshibori tray. Oshibori are the hot or cold towels. It says it should be a set of 4 here though. These are always so useful. They're called suribachi, commonly used to grind sesame seeds with a wooden pestle. This type of lacquerware is called komanuri. Koma means spinning top, so it's a spinning top pattern in the center of the tray. This busy pattern Arita-ware ashtray isn't really my thing, but at that price you could pick it up for ikebana flower arranging. These are also Arita-ware but modern design. A pair of chawan rice bowls. And these are Kutani-ware, pair of Yunomi teacups. Year of the Rabbit design. That was last year, 2023, as this year is the dragon. Some more Koransha brand plates in different colors. Very pretty. 5 plates in total. Tachikichi's contemporary brand Adam and Eve. Kind of cool marbling look to that. Maybe I'm into marbling today. This is super contemporary and also not the highest quality. It's made to look old. I believe it's Mino-ware, but it's still pretty. But they got the pricing wrong because you can get this brand new for half the price. I know this is really random, but I ended up getting these. These are hand-blown glass, and I just found them unique. Drop by Coffee House Ruan before heading home. It's a Showa retro cafe, so it has that very nostalgic atmosphere that I love. I don't drink coffee, but they do have other drinks, so I got an iced lemon tea and a cheesecake set. I'm going to do a small haul today. Picked up this Hanhaba Obi that's reversible. It's got the striped side and the gold side, which I could use as a table runner, but I'm going to use it as an obi belt, its actual original purpose. The tokoname teapot you saw earlier, you can pour with just one hand, but usually I'd use my other hand to hold down the lid. I'm filming with it just now, so. Here are those hand-blown glasses from Bookoff Super Bazaar. You can see how the thickness is at the bottom is different for each. I like that. And I like the contrast yellow trim, or rim. I can't find anything similar online, but I presume they're contemporary. I was really drawn to them, and since purchasing, they've been used a lot. This kokeshi with his bad neck. I love this marbling, this lacquer on it. I presume it's from somewhere like Wajima in Ishikawa Prefecture that's famous for urushi lacquerware. But I've done a lot of research and I still can't find out exactly for sure where it's from. I'm keeping a lookout on Yahoo Auction because that's quite good for information at times. So these Buddhist altar candlesticks, which you saw me pick up, have a kamon on them, which is a coat of arms or family crest. I thought they were cherry blossom sakura at first, but I double checked and they're actually kikyo, which are bellflowers. They're nicely aged. I think they'll go well with hand-painted traditional Japanese candles. These are cherry blossom and lotus flowers. I had my ume plum blossom ones out, so I tried them with those first, and then the cherry blossoms. I think they look good with colored candles, as plain white straight candles may look a little bit like an altar offering, but spiral white or cream candles will go really well too. I picked up these kokeshi because of the simple kimono that they're wearing, but also it has the kanji characters kyo-ichi on the bottom. I'm not familiar with the craftsperson kyo-ichi, but the kanji kyo used here is the same for my mother's name Kyoko, and also the same for Kyoto. So my mom passed away in 2007, it's quite a while ago now, and I'm around 7 years older than my brother, so I don't know, it just made me think of when we were all still together and he was a baby. My head is not quite as egg-shaped as hers. And check out the baby's eyebrows. Anyway, this was just a sentimental pickup, but you know, that can happen. The same vendor had these ceramic kitani-ware kokeshi. They're hand-painted, but would have used molds to create the actual body, and you can see the mold lines there. These are the characters for kutani. So they're a very delicate pair of kokeshi. Now, usually I gravitate towards cranes, the tanchozuru, ever since I saw the huge birds hanging out in the paddy fields up in Kushiro in Hokkaido. But anyway, this time I was into this iseebi, the spiny lobster. That grabbed my attention. It's hand-painted, and the seller told me all the plates that they had that day were from the Taisho period, so that's 1912 to 1926. Can you see the almost luminous shine to the glaze? I see that a lot with the china from the Taisho and early Showa period. Okay, so I'm not usually into lusterware, but I wanted to research this. I don't mind all the damage on the bottom. You can still use the bowl, no problem. I have been using it already. This type of base with a little circle in the middle and then the larger ring is called janome, which means snake eyes. The vendor I bought this off had been told by the vendor he bought it off that it was Taisho period, so I just wanted to check it out. And last year in 2023, I was at the Noritake Museum in Nagoya every month because the tour I was leading across Japan had Nagoya on its itinerary. I decided to buy the museum catalog on my final visit and remembered when I saw this bowl that there was lusterware in the museum. Let's flick through the book and see if we can find what I was talking about. I do have some photos at the museum. Maybe I will make a short video someday. See, they have the dates noted. You can see that's the same color lilac, and this one dates from 1920 to 1931. So yeah, that would make sense that the bowl is Taisho era because that period was until 1926, so it fits. This lilac and orange must have been popular in other countries, and Noritake famously would observe what was in vogue and incorporate that in their designs for export products. I guess other Japanese ceramic producers were then in turn influenced by Noritake. Can you remember there was a 10 yen pile? I picked up this jacket, which is actually United Arrow's green label Relaxing, which is a good brand. At the time of editing, this is already sold and with a very decent profit, so that was a good score. I didn't show this earlier, but there were some boxes of ties, so I picked up this one by Trisardi, which is 100% silk, and then I got a Brooks Brothers one. This is also silk, and I like the gold. Then I got a Givenchy one, which is silk as well, and they were all 300 yen each, so not a bad price at all. So that was another glimpse of Oi Racetrack Flea. I hope you find some special treasures while thrifting in Japan. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!